Hello everyone, welcome to CodeChef. Myself Jwala Charasi, and today we are going to solve the problem which came into starters 207. The name of the problem is tourist and the problem code is tourist. The difficulty rating of the problem is cakewalk and the prerequisite is adopt. Let's start with reading the problem statement over here. So guys, problem says chef is now a tourist in a foreign land. The land can be modeled as an infinite 2D grid. Chef is currently at A, B. There are n attractions. The ith attraction at coordinate x of I, yi. Chef wants to visit one attraction, but he does not care which one. Find the minimum distance Chef needs to travel to reach some attraction. Here, the distance is measured by the Manhattan metric, where Chef can only travel along parallel to one of the axes. For example, the distance between 0, 0 and 1, 1 is 2. Input format. The first line of input will contain a single integer t denoting the number of test cases. Each test case consists of multiple lines of input. The first line of each test case contains three integers n, a, and b. The next n line contains two integers each, the ith one being x of I and yi. Output format for each test case, output on a new line, the distance to the closest attraction. Constraint for t lies from 1 to 100, for n lies from 1 to 100, for a, b lies from 0 to 100, for x of I, yi lies from 1 to 100. So guys, now let's understand the separate test case in the question more precisely over here. So guys, this question is pretty much straightforward and it says that chef is now a tourist in some foreign land and the land can be modeled as a 2D graph. So chef is currently at A, B and there are total n attraction. The ith attraction at coordinate x of I, yi. And chef wants to visit one attraction but he does not care which one. We have to find the minimum distance chef needs to travel to reach some attraction. So here the distance is measured by the Manhattan metric where chef can only travel along parallel to one of the axes. For example, the distance between 0, 0 and 1, 1 is 2. Okay. So here you have got n, a, b. Okay. And you have got xi and yi. Okay. So for this, okay. So in the first test case, you have got 1, 0, 0, and this is 1 and 1. Okay. So if we take the Manhattan distance of this, we will get output as 2. Okay. So output for this test case simply 2. Right. So 2 would be the distance chef need to travel to reach some attraction, which is this. Okay. Now let's take another. Okay. So we will take NAB as for the second test cases 5, 50 and 50 and xi comma y is 40, 50, 49. Okay, so as you can see that it has already traveled that distance, so output would be 0. It doesn't have to get to the minimum because it's already at some of them attraction. So guys, I think the test cases are pretty much clear. Now let's move towards a simple solution. Under the Manhattan matrix, the distance between x1, y1 and x2, y2 is equal to this, that test mod of x1 minus x2 plus mod of y1 minus y2. That's the absolute value basically. This is because travel is independent along the x direction and y direction. So we add up the distance along each. So the distance from a, b to the ith attraction, which is at xi, yi equals absolute value of a of I minus x, a minus xi plus b minus yi. The solution is hence to complete the distance to each attraction using the formula, then take the minimum of all those distance. So simple similar simulation based solution, guys. So guys, I think the solution is pretty much clear. Now let's move to the simple C++ code. So guys, this is my simple C++ code. I took the input for all the test cases as well as NAB and also for X and Y over here. I initialize answer at some value 500 because that could be the limit constraints basically. I'm running a running a for loop and getting the minimum for all of the Manhattan distance. Okay. And at the last, I'm simply printing answer. And as you can see that guys, I have got my C++ code right. Now let's move toward the Python code. So guys, this is my similar Python code. I took the input for all the test cases as well as NAB. I initialize answer equal to 500. I'm running a for loop. I'm taking the input for x, y as well. And over here in answer, I'm storing the minimum of the Manhattan distance. Yeah. And at the last, I'm simply printing answer. And as you can see that guys, I have got my Python code as well as right. So guys, I think the solution, the code and the approach is pretty much clear. Now let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much guys for watching our videos.